anniversary for the James Lanier Golf event, so definitely want to thank you for coming out again to work with us and make this a successful event. Also, I want to say a special thanks to Butch. He's our executive director who had helped pull this together, so let's give him a hand. Not only that, but we have Bill, who is not here, Bill Wills, as well as JB, who is taking care of the website. We also have the whole committee that have worked on it, so those that are here that worked on the committee to put this together, I would ask that y'all stand to be recognized as well, too. All right, I want to thank James with the cross street. I know that the golf course may not be as in the 100% best shape, but it's in a pretty good shape. But we had some 100+ degree temperatures lately, so it's a little dry, but they sustain and maintain it. So this is really a good location to have a good golfing event. So I want to thank Cross Street for their working with us to have a good event. So thank you, James. As far as the AAF, those that came out and the coaches, I want to thank y'all for taking the time to come and supporting us. So we'll let y'all stand so we recognize. We'll give you a minute to talk in a few seconds, but we do want to recognize the coaches that are here. We have a lot of sponsors, both individuals and corporate, for our scholarship funds, so I want to thank you for doing that. And let's see, I think most of this is taken care of, so I think we will probably, once things get squared away, we'll start announcing the scores and things like that. So in the meantime, I will invite some of the coaches to come up and say a word or two about their athletic program. Okay, and before they do that, just as a reminder, can I borrow this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
We do have some gifts on the table out here, so before you depart, please pick up one of these. You have a gift bag here too, so I want to thank you for that. And two more things before the coaches come up. I do have a couple envelopes. One is for Barnes & Noble Bookstore. There's a gift proceeding here, so it's going to be here for you to pick up as part of the raffle. And secondly, we do have a 2017 football season ticket that's going to be up here as well. If you do select this, contact Shamika, and she will make sure you're assigned to this particular ticket. So these two gifts are sponsored or contributed by the AAF, so I want to thank her for that. So they're going to be up here. So now, with that being said, let's see the coaches that we have. We'll start with Coach Willie Jones with men's basketball. So,
good afternoon.
You're not tall enough for basketball.
You're gonna have somebody who can make shots. You're gonna have somebody who can make shots outside the
You need
paint.
somebody to buy high. You need somebody to buy high. Just kidding.
It's good to be here. Opportunity, like you said, Will Jones with men's basketball. Opportunity to come up here and fellowship with you guys. Support you guys give us is much appreciated. Just a little bit about the program. A little bit of a tough year last year. But sometimes you got to go backwards before you go forward. We got a really good recruiting class coming in this year. 3 young men that were sitting out last year. We're really excited about. And so our guys will hit campus next week. And they left in the spring hungry to come back and to do what they know they can do and be successful in our league next year. Secondly, academically last year, we had an awesome year. We had 1,000, if you guys are familiar with APR, 1,000 in APR, which means that we didn't lose anybody in the first or second semester. And so that's a big deal in Division I basketball, because if the APR is not where it needs to be, you can't be in postseason play. And a lot of people in the MEAC suffer from that very situation because academically they can't keep up to the standard. And so we're looking forward to a big year. Looking forward to see some of your faces when we travel into this area. And please don't hesitate to reach out. And if we can help you, we can help you guys if we need to be. All right? Thank you.
Thank you.
Did anyone leave the golf club out there or found out on the golf course? So, just anyone?
That looks like mine.
Next, we're going to ask Coach Richard Watkins to come for the golf.
I'll just stay back here, that way everybody back here can hear me, over here can hear me. Thank you very much. We were here last year. You guys were great to us. Thank you for all that you did for us last year. Thank you for all that you have done and will continue to do. I have to echo Coach's sentiments. We got started when I was here with you guys last year. The question I had in mind since we were starting our men's women's golf program was whether it was harder to recruit with no reputation or a bad reputation. I found out very little difference. So we had to get out and we had to work. I've told Jim, I've told some of the other people that have been with us from the very beginning, if I am recruiting and there are other institutions interested in the same individual that I'm interested in, if I get them on our campus, my chances of getting those individuals just increased exponentially. So far, every athlete that I've been after, every golfer, male and female, that I've been after recruiting, if I got them on our campus, we got them signed. I know that's not going to be 100% forever, but it is right now. I have to talk about Hal here for a second. Hal prides himself in the academic prowess of his women's volleyball team, which I'll let him talk about in a minute. But one team came in and kind of moved him back to third place.
He's got 5 people. Come on.
And then we came in and academically, we had a team GPA of 3.77. We kind of backed him up a little bit more. And Hal, one of the girls that I recruited, one of the junior college transfers, she's transferring in a 4.0. And the freshman that I signed, she's a Dowdy scholar. The guys, on the other hand, we guys. But it was a good year. I left. It was really funny. I did the same thing in Atlanta. Triad Golf Magazine, they did a story on us to start the year. Really nice story. The chancellor got the magazine in his office. He made sure he had one. They did a really nice story on us to end the season. So I bought a couple of copies and I left it folded on the tables.
It's gone.
They're gone. Thank you. So somebody's reading it. Somebody's keeping up with it. But we had a really nice year. We got off to the kind of start that people would hope that we'd get off to. First year program, we finished second in the MEAC. The distance between us and number 1 has got to narrow, and it's got to narrow very quickly. The distance between us and number 3 is pretty big, but that's somebody else's problem. So thank you for everything that you guys have done and will continue to do, and we appreciate it.
Okay, we're going to turn over to the volleyball.
To the sulking volleyball coaches. Now that I said, let me put my best 5 student athletes against his best 5, and we'll be even. So academically, yes, we got pushed to third, and we're not happy about that. We don't like to lose in anything. But our team GPA was above a 3.1, so we're excited about that, and our kids are graduating. So that's really good. You know, I don't know who's in charge of the wildlife, but every time I come here, you did a great job. We have seen deer and birds all around us, so whoever's doing that, keep it up, because that was awesome.
That's my job.
There's a deer about 20 feet from us just hanging out
That's
looking at us. I was
right. I'm a
like,
deer hunter.
Yeah.
I didn't have my gun today.
so that's pretty impressive. We cannot thank you enough. If you have not had a chance, behind Eugene is a photo there. Those are lockers that you purchased for our student athletes, and they are tremendous. And I tell you what, when we put them in there and the girls saw them, the smile on their faces just lit the room up. It gives them a first-class feeling. And then when the recruits come in and they see that locker room now and they see those nice lockers and all the stuff that's available for them, it helps us sell. those student athletes. And, you know, one of the things, I don't know if you guys are numbers people, but I'm a numbers kind of guy. North Carolina has the second most Division I schools in the nation. There's 19 Division I schools that we're fighting for in-state student athletes. And we are finally at the point where I'm losing people to App State, High Point, Elon's, those type of schools. Because of what A&T is and what they're about, we're getting those kids on our campus. We've been in the MEACs for the last 4 straight years. We had the most wins last year since 2005. So we are taking baby steps, and I know you guys want championships, and we want championships as well, but your support is getting us there. We have a great freshman class coming in this year. We're bringing in 6. A JUCO, she's a 397, so almost at 4.0. And so we're excited about them. We'll be above 6 foot across the front this year. We have the 2 best setters that we've ever had. So they're our quarterback, our point guard, by far the best 2 setters that we've ever had come into our program, which will make a big difference. Now, I'm gonna ask all you mature Aggies, raise your hand if you know where Moore Gym is. Come on now. All right, so you know where it is, so I need to see you in Moore Gym this fall, okay? It's just like when you were there, no air conditioning, okay? It's hot. We did the floor a little bit, but we are at home during a couple of football games. We do play in the fall, so we play on a Friday and a Sunday, so you got a big sandwich weekend in for Aggie Athletics. We'll be there during homecoming, although I know homecoming, we don't always have stuff going on, and there's other adult things to do. I always tell my kids, it's not your homecoming yet, you're still a student. It's your homecoming, and we love to have you. If you come to campus, please come by. I'd love to show you our team room. I'd love to show you your dollars at work. Jim's seen it, he knows it's beautiful. And again, we thank you very much. We can't do it without you. Come see us in Moore Gym, please.
We just have a couple more. Shamika, did you want to say anything on the Aggie Athletic Foundation behalf?
Hi, everybody. Hello. This is actually my first time coming, so everything is great. Definitely, I think everything was well put together, so thank you. Thank you on behalf of the Aggie Athletic Foundation Board. Thank you to Eugene, who has just stepped up as the DC chapter president. We always love Butch though, so thank you to him as president. He did say he was going to step down and he was serious, so I didn't think he was, but he is. But no, thank you to everybody. We are still moving forward in our fundraising efforts for our student athletes. Our goals are aggressive as they always have been, but we are still on track raising money for our student athletes. And it's because of you that we have been able to reach the goals that we've reached in the past 3 years, over the $500,000 mark. So now we're trying to get to the next step, and we'll go to the $600,000 mark, as well as recruit new AAF donors to the Aggie Athletic Foundation. Trying to get to 1,000 donors, so we'll be running a few campaigns this year, so be on the lookout for that. We'll be in your area as well this year, so for the different caravans that we have, we'll be bringing some university officials, joining with alumni relations to do a few things out in this area as well. So, but please, if you all have any questions, concerns, or anything, Eugene has my contact information. Most of you here have my contact information. And thank you again.
Thank you. And one more, I want to turn it over to Cy Evander. He's going to talk about his upcoming book, Beyond the Backboard, I believe. So it's
Good afternoon. Thanks, Eugene. Appreciate it. How's everybody doing? I'm Cy Alexander, and I'll take about 5 minutes of your time. I was a men's basketball coach at A&T for 4 years, and was very blessed to take A&T to the NCAA tournament in 2012-13. And when I stepped away from coaching, I wrote a book about my coaching career. And the title of the book you'll see on the table is called Beyond the Backboard. My unique HBCU experience in the shadows of big-time college basketball. And by the way, before I get into this book, I want to thank all of you all. I am Shamika's assistant. She's the best looking boss I had in 30 years. My title at A&T is Director of Donor Engagement. And what I do is go around the country and meet with groups of Aggies or individuals and talk about supporting and what you all mean and your support means to the athletic program. When you come into the Corbett Center this year, you'll see a brand new scoreboard, and it's a direct result of the Aggie Athletic Foundation. So give yourselves a hand. It certainly helped Coach Jones and Coach Joyner. Video scoreboard, excuse me, let me get it right. Certainly helped in their recruiting. In fact, I coached, he was on one of my championship teams at South Carolina State, along with Coach Joyner, who's the head coach at A&T now. But back to the book, I'm going around the country, just marketing the book that I wrote. When I stepped away from coaching, I took 9 months off to write a book about my 40-year coaching career. 26 as a Division I head coach. I've won 6 NCAA, 6 MEAC tournament championships, second only to Don Corbett. And I talk about the highs and lows of my career. So we have a publishing company out of Chicago called Triumph. And one of the orders, I guess, that they're putting on me is to get 1,000 pre-orders. Hopefully by the end of August, we're close to somewhere between 150 and 200 now. So, and we're working with every, I coached at Howard University. I lived up here for 11 years. I coached at South Carolina State for 16 years. We went to 5 NCAA tournaments when I was there. I coached at Tennessee State University for 5 years and at A&T. And this is the championship ring I have for, I'm really excited about the 2013 team that I had at North Carolina A&T. So all that's in the book, the challenges that we face as historically black colleges and universities are very unique to the challenges that people face at high majors, the Big 5 conferences.